Hey guys, Chanel Williams here, CEO of Thai Elite Network, which stands for Transformation, Inspiration, and Empowerment. And I am also the creator of the Developing Your Phoenix Move experience. I'm making this video because I really want to have a serious conversation with you right now, because right now our world is in total chaos. There's a lot going on in our communities, in our nation, dealing with the coronavirus and dealing with school being out and having to literally homeschool our kids. Oh my God. I am a mother of three beautiful children, so I definitely know the struggle is real, okay? But yeah, with everything that's going on, it's been very difficult for a lot of our people to get by. And I think that this is all happening for a major reason, a reason that is far beyond one that many of us could fathom. What I do want to talk about, though, is right now we are in a state of what I would consider an emergency. And I'm not talking about the state of emergency as it relates to the government and all the things that's happening on that end, but I'm talking about a state of emergency as in what's happening in our own lives. And right now, a lot of us are being sat down, meaning we're not able to go to work. So we're in what is called quarantine, and we're stuck in the house, and we're thinking to ourselves, what are we going to do? You know, it's all I can think about is eating and sleeping and bumping and grinding, if you know what I mean, right? If you got that, that's what I'm saying. If you got that, then maybe that's a thought, right? But let's talk about something that's even deeper than that, because it's one thing to live our lives and just kind of sit and wait and see what's going to happen. But what are you doing right now? What are you doing to prepare yourself that once this is all over, everything in your life is going to be totally different? For some people, maybe you were sitting on the top of the world, but once this is all over, you're going to be in some tight spaces. And for some of us, you've probably been in a position whereas you was already in a tight space before you got to this point after the effect. So my biggest thing is, what are we doing to prepare right now? And what are we doing to collectively come together as a united force so that we can make sure that on the other side of this, everybody's in a great space? So I know you're probably wondering exactly where I'm going with this. And earlier in the video, I mentioned to you about the Developing Your Phoenix Move experience. What that basically represents is the process that we go through in our lives as we're transforming ourselves from the old way to the new way of thinking, the new way of being, and every single quadrant of your life, meaning spiritual growth, holistic health, relationships with yourself and with other people, your finances. So we cover so many different areas as it relates to the Developing Your Phoenix Move experience. During your process, you'll go through 4 different phases. The first phase is hands-on personal growth and development. Now, the reality about life in general is it's an ongoing process of learning and evolving and growing. And the best thing we can do for ourselves is personally develop ourselves so that we can be the best version of ourselves, so that we can be the best models for our children, for our family, for our communities. You know, it's one of those things where I know for me, before I developed myself, I remember being in a very dark space. And the moment I got into personal development, it literally took me deeper into spiritual growth and enlightenment, and it changed everything for me. It changed my surroundings. It changed how I viewed myself. It changed my confidence level in myself, and it put me in a place where I knew that there was nothing I couldn't do. The next phase after personal growth and development is customized strategic life planning. So when we go through customized strategic life planning, it's your process of literally mapping out everything that you want to do with your life and literally creating a plan of action to get every one of those things done. So you have this big old mega goal, right? It's your end result. You have this big end result, and now you have to map out each mega goal that it's going to take to get to that big end result. Now you take those milestones to get to those mega goals, and you take the steps that you're going to need to get to those milestones. And literally through the Developing Your Fetus Move experience, you get to break down each of those things to make sure that you're staying on track and you have everything that you need. You also get to tap into a load of resources to be able to get anything that you need done. The next stage after that is guided implementation. So again, as you're personally developing yourself and you've created your customized strategic life plan, meaning you know what you're going to do with your life, you have the roadmap, you have the game plan in order. Now you want to go through your point of guided implementation. This is where the rubber meets the road. Okay, this is where we actually get to do the things versus just talking about it or just writing it down on a piece of paper. We're actually going to start implementing the things that you've put down on that piece of paper. The fourth and final stage is personal maintenance. When I think of personal maintenance, I think about weight loss. I think about someone going to the gym and changing their eating habits and doing what's necessary to lose the weight. And they've successfully lost the weight. But once you successfully lost the weight, what do you have to do? You have to maintain it. You got to keep it up. It's personal maintenance. You got to maintain the weight loss. So it's the same way when it comes down to developing yourself and transforming your life. You want to make sure that you're staying on the right path. You want to make sure that no matter what the illusion looks like around you and the things that's happening in your space, you always maintain a positive and productive balance within your 4 quadrants in your life. That's your spiritual growth, that's your holistic health, that's your relationships with self and others, that's your finances. In order to make sure you are always maintaining that balance, personal maintenance is something you must do. It's imperative. Let me be very transparent with you right now. And in my efforts of being transparent with you, I want you to also really take the time out to be transparent with yourself. Now, I'm going to give you the timeline of the things that I've experienced as I've gone through this process we call life, right? When I was 13, I was raped. By the age of 14, I had made the attempt to commit suicide. By the age of 17, I had gotten pregnant with my oldest son. I ended up dropping out of school, and I found myself in a abusive situationship. I wasn't with the guy, but, yeah, right. I found myself in a domestic violence situation. By the age of, I say maybe 19, I knew that I needed to do something more with my life. So I made the decision to go back to school. I got my GED. And when I got my GED in the mail, literally that same weekend, I ended up enrolling into college, and I went to school for criminal justice. So I do have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And in college, something very interesting happened to me. I was exposed to an industry called network marketing. And what that basically did was it showed me what entrepreneurship looks like. And that was my first taste of entrepreneurship. And for me, it changed how I seen things. It changed the vision that I had in my mind of where I could really go in my life. Because when you're exposed to something that's nothing like what you see on TV, mind you, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, Ninth Ward Desire Projects, not just the Ninth Ward Desire Projects. When we left New Orleans, we came here to Atlanta, Georgia, and I was living in East Lake Meadows. They called that the old Vietnam. Okay, so there are some things that I had to go through in my life and things that I've also experienced and on so many different levels, just as I've just mentioned. But in network marketing, the reason why this is such a huge pivotal moment in my life is because I met a great man who became my mentor. And this man told me, Chanel, you have to personally develop yourself. And when I made the decision to personally develop myself, it changed everything, because now personal growth and development forces you to go deeper inside yourself. It forces you to connect to the oneness that connects all of us. It forces you to develop a heightened level of faith. Right? So it changed everything. And because of what I know, because of what I've been exposed to, I feel that it is my mission to share that information with other people. I used to think that life was just about going to school, getting good grades, getting a good job, and retiring at 65. Now, I know that some people, that does work for some people, but for me, it just wasn't for me. And I also knew that when I was in network marketing and I would sit down with people who genuinely wanted success, they wanted to break out of that robotic way of life, living their life on a systematic approach, right? They wanted to break out of that. And they would sit and tell me all of their dreams, all of their goals, all of their desires. And for some reason, they were always just stuck. And I wonder what kept so many people so stuck. And then they hit me. It's like, girl, the same thing that kept you stuck all them years. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing who you are, not knowing what you want out of life, seriously, not knowing what your purpose is and what you're designed to be doing in this lifetime. Like, those are the reasons why we stay stuck. Being afraid, having a there being a lack of confidence. These are real reasons why we stay stuck. But some people, they don't want to admit that. Some people let life get in the way. Those were the same things that kept me down. I'm so serious. I let life get in the way on so many different levels. Relationships. Yeah, I know how it is. Love and relationships. Finances. You know how it is. When those finances get involved, man, you're talking about depression. You're talking about love, depression. Oh, yo. It's serious out here. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that. I know I'm not the only person that felt that. I know I'm not the only person that wanted to break free from that. Like, seriously. And then when I found the roadmap, when I found the treasure map to freedom, I was determined. I am determined to make sure everybody knows that map. And the cool part about the Developing Your Phoenix Move experience is it's custom to every single person. So if you want to do something totally different from what I've done, guess what? It's going to fit you. So through the process, it's a 12-week program. And this is why we're having this conversation right now, because I want to offer you free, yeah, I said it, free entry into the Developing Your Phoenix Move experience 12-week program. Yes, the only thing that I will require of you to do is to get your books. That's it. Now, these are the books. This is the first book that you're going to need. It's called Developing Your Phoenix Move, Your Handcrafted Journey to Becoming an Elite Phoenix. I'm going to give you I'm telling you, I'm going to give you everything that you need. All you got to do is get your books. You're going to go through the process. I'm going to help you along the way. This is the first book that you're going to need. This is your personal growth and development book. In this book, we're going to read it from page to page, word from word. We're going to do it together. It's you and me, baby, all day. We're going to work this out. 12 weeks is all it's going to take. I'm telling you. The next book that you're going to get is this book. This is your workbook. In this book, you're going to go through the full process. You're going to map out. This is like your personal Bible, your personal handmade, handcrafted Bible that is solely customized to just you and you only. So this book is extremely important. And also, like I said, this is the personal growth and development book. These two books are going to transform your entire life. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. Let me tell you this again. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know. This process has changed everything for me. Everything for me. I told you, I didn't come from a position where I had things just handed to me and just given to me. It didn't work that way. I had to go and work for everything that I have. And to know what I know now, man, if I can go back to the me when I was 13 years old to heal me, if I was able to go back to me when I was 14 years old to spare my life on a whole nother level, to assist in my healing process, if I could go back to me when I was 17, 18, dealing with self-confidence issues, disrespect issues, trust issues. If I can go back to the me when I was 19, Even though I was exposed to network marketing, even though I was exposed to the other side, guess what? There was still some things I still had to grow through. If I can go to me when I first started this journey, I'm telling y'all, life would be so different, right? How many of us have that conversation? If I can go back and tell me when I was this age, or to help myself through this, things would be different if I knew what I knew now. I'm telling you, apply yourself. Learn the information. It's going to transform your life. This is all, these 2 books right here. This is all you got to do. Get the books. I will do the program with you for free. That's how bad I want you to know it. That's how bad I want you to be able to transform your life in every single area of your life. That's how bad. I'll give it away for free. I'll give it away for free. That's it. So with that being said, like I said, I look forward to seeing you on the other side. I only have 10 spots available. That's it. Just 10 spots available. That's it. Because what I find is when we have these conversations, I like to keep things personable. I want to make sure I can help each and every single person. So the first 10 people, y'all are in. You're good to go. Just all I'm asking you to do is just get your books. Get your books and let's rock out. I look forward to seeing y'all on the other side. Bye.